Prepare plate earthing and measure earth resistance by earth tester or mega.
Hi, my name is Charumati. Today, we are going to learn about how to prepare plate earthing and measure earth resistance. Earthing provides an alternate path for the faulty current to flow and ensures that all the exposed conducting materials do not reach their respective maximum potentials. It also protects the personnel against electric hazards and safeguards electrical devices, appliances, power tools, machinery from current leakage. At the end of this demonstration, you will be able to prepare the plate for earthing according to ISI standard. Prepare the earthing pit in ground according to required standard. Install the plate in earthing pit. Test the earthing and measure the earth resistance using earth tester or mega.
Tools required. Earth tester.
Galvanized iron die stock with 12.7 mm, 19 mm, and 38 mm die.
Double-ended spanner set 6 mm to 25 mm. Blow lamp 1 pinned. Crowbar 38 mm into 1800 mm long. Spade 300 mm into 150 mm. Cement mortar tray. Tongs 300 mm. Hacksaw frame with 24 teeth per inch blade. Pipe wrench 50 mm. Soldering pot with ladle. Combination plier 200 mm. Measuring tape 5 meter. Sledgehammer 2 kg. Equipment required. Earth tester with spikes and connecting lead. Materials required. Galvanized iron plate 600 mm into 600 mm into 63 mm 1 set. Galvanized iron pipe 12.7 mm diameter 1 set. Galvanized iron pipe 19 mm diameter 1 number. Cast iron cover hinged to cast iron frame 300 mm square 1 number. Funnel with 19 mm diameter, sleeve and wire mesh 1 number. Galvanized iron nut for 19 mm diameter sleeve and wire mesh 1 number. Galvanized iron check nuts for 19 mm diameter, galvanized iron pipe 1 number. Galvanized iron washer 40 mm with 19 mm hole 1 number. Galvanized iron wire 5 meter 1 number. Copper lug 200 amps with 19 mm diameter hole 1 number. Solder 60-40 100 grams. Soldering paste 100 grams. Matchbox 1 number. Cement 10 kgs. Blue metal chips 6 mm size 40 kgs. River sand 80 kgs. Charcoal or coke 5 kgs. Common salt 5 kgs. There are many types of earthing. One among them is plate earthing. A plate earthing is nothing but a plate made up of galvanized copper or iron is buried vertically at a depth of not less than 3 meters from ground level. The plate here connects all the conductors to the earth. The measurement is done by measuring the resistance between the ground and the electrical system or equipment. Here are the steps for measuring earthing resistance. Disconnect the electrical system or equipment from the power supply to avoid electrical shock. Check that the ground electrode is properly installed and in good condition. Connect a clamp meter to the ground electrode and measure the current flowing through it. It is important to note that earthing resistance varies with soil moisture content, temperature, and other environmental factors. Therefore, it is recommended to perform earthing measurement periodically to ensure that the resistance is within safe limits. Now, let's begin with the procedure. Task 1. Prepare the plate for earthing according to ISI standard. Collect GI plate and accessories for earthing. Mark thread on one side of 19 mm diameter GI pipes to a length of 25 mm. Fabricate GI plate as shown in Figure 1, 600 mm into 600 mm square plate with a thickness of 63 mm. Fabricate 19 mm diameter GI pipe. Task 2. Prepare the earthing pit in ground as per standard. Select an earth pit site at least 1.5 meters away from the building foundation. Note: an earth electrode should not be installed in proximity to a metal fence to avoid the possibility of the fence becoming live. If the metal fence is unavoidable, it should be earthed. Dig an earth pit of dimensions 1 meter width into 1 meter breadth into 2.5 meter depth. Note: the depth given here is the minimum recommended. However, the depth may be increased till moist soil is reached. Fabricate GI pipe 12.7 mm diameter with GI bones in proper position and insert the GI wire missing through GI pipe by soldering lug at external and fix GI plate with bolt and nut. Now, the earthing pit in the ground is ready. We will proceed with the installation of the plate in the earthing pit. Task 3. Install the plate in earthing pit already prepared. Place the fabricated 19 mm GI plate in an upright position and position the pipe with the help of bamboo sticks. Place the wooden box around the plate and fill it to a height of about 15 cm with charcoal and fill the surrounding outer space of the box with soil. Note: it is difficult to dig a pit 150 mm square. A pit of dimension 1 meter square is therefore suggested to be dug. The area sufficient to be filled with salt and charcoal is about 150 mm square. Hence, fill the surrounding area with the soil which was taken out earlier. Lift and place the wooden box above the coke layer and fill it up with salt to a height of about 15 cm and to an area of 150 into 150 mm around the pipe. Fill up the surrounding area with soil. Prepare the concrete mixture and build the structure. Fix the GI core with the plates. Note: at least allow 1 day for curing the concrete structure. Pour water every 2 hours. A wetted gunny is an act will hold the moisture for several times. Pour 3 or 4 buckets of water through the funnel to the earth pit. Note: allow an hour for the water to be absorbed in the earth. All the work has been done. Now, we will proceed with testing and measuring. Task 4. Test the earthing and measure the earth resistance using earth tester. Test the earth electrode resistance with an earth tester. Record the earth electrode resistance. Note: if the earth resistance is found higher than the acceptable value, make one more plate earth electrode at a distance of 8 meters from the earth in one and connect both of them in parallel. Measure the resistance of earth electrode value and record. Note: the second reading with 2 electrodes will be approximately half the first reading which was taken with 1 electrode. The measured value should be within the recommended value. If not, have another earth electrode at the distance of 8 meters from the other electrodes.
Let's have a recap of what we have learned today. We have learned to prepare the plate for earthing according to ISI standard, prepare the earthing pit in ground according to required standard, install the plate in earthing pit, test the earthing and measure the earth resistance using a tester or megger. We have also learned what is earthing and how to measure the earth resistance in a tester. Thus, we have learned how to prepare plate earthing and measure earth resistance by a tester or megger. Hope you have a clear understanding on this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor. Thank you.